and let me know why that's not possible.
Lear Lamberth.
Thank you, and sir, thank you for what I hope will be your support of part of this bill. And I know it's easy to look at the outward effects of a double mastectomy on a young lady and how devastating that is. And we heard testimony from young ladies that had gone through that. It's devastating to see their testimony and hear their testimony on what that was like. That was happening right here in Tennessee. Not in large numbers, but it absolutely was. And I've spoken to some of the medical providers that were conducting that type of surgery. So I do hope that is something we would all agree on. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, under this administration, which it is probably not much of a reach to say that you might support this particular administration, said this. They added a warning label for puberty-blocking hormones to monitor patients for a number of side effects that are very debilitating. And then it says this. These hormones, puberty blockers, have FDA approval only for the treatment of precocious puberty, not gender dysphoria in pediatric patients. They are not approved for halting normally timed puberty. Additionally, many scientific agencies, both in the U.S. and internationally, do not recommend medical transition for youth because the research claiming to show positive effects for cross-sex hormones or surgery is methodologically flawed and not scientifically reliable. The limitations of these studies include lack of control groups, small sample sizes, recruitment bias, non-generalizable study populations, short follow-up times, and high numbers lost to follow-up. However, studies finding negative outcomes for medical transition tend to be of adequate scientific quality. In other words, reliable studies have shown harmful effects. Watchful waiting is the option recommended by many scientific agencies. It means deferring transgender interventions for gender-confused children or youth for an extended time during which counseling can occur and a natural desistance or persistence process can play out. All we're talking about here is waiting till you're 18 to make a life-altering decision. These medications are not designed for this. They're just not. And so whether it's a surgery or it's a chemical castration, it is still a lifelong harm to these children, just like a double mastectomy is.